On July 20th, 2017, Chester Bennington of Linkin Park was found dead in his home. Reports were that he had hung himself. The coroner had ruled it a suicide. Or that's what the lamestream media wants you to believe. But the real news from yournewswire.com, a website with no credentials or credibility, and the only one seemingly reporting this story, has said that the death was being treated as a homicide in an article titled, "Police: Chester Bennington was murdered." They've since doubled down and written a follow-up titled, "Chester Bennington's family and friends claim media guilty of murder cover-up." It's a whole thing about how Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell, who also committed suicide, were going after people in the entertainment industry who were pedophiles, and someone felt they were getting a little too close. And like all reputable news sites, they end it with this paragraph. "Be very careful when reading misleading mainstream news. Do not accept on face value the bold claims they make in their headlines and opening paragraphs. Dig below the surface, do your own research, and attempt to confirm their claims. You will often find that you cannot." You are, however, supposed to accept on face value the bold claims of your Newswire's headlines. I could do my own research into this, like how I couldn't find anyone else confirming that the police were investigating a murder, and how every reputable site reported that the coroner had already ruled it a suicide. And I might find that I cannot confirm the claims of yournewswire.com. But here's the thing. Besides all the bullshit conspiracy theory stuff, some of this is based on the idea that, oh, he was so happy. Oh, I can't believe that this would happen. I just talked to him. He seemed great. You can't believe it? Then you've never created anything you cared about and got told it was shit. And you obviously don't know how depression works. In May, only a couple months ago, Linkin Park members Chester Bennington and Mike Shinoda spoke to Kerrang! And Chester responded to fans who were slamming him on social media about their new album, which is not very similar to most Linkin Park albums. It's got a song called Heavy that's not, and a song called Battle Symphony that isn't. It's a pop album. Anyway, Chester had this to say. "We've got an album worth of these songs, and we love them and they're different. We know they're going down a route that a lot of our hardcore rock fans are gonna be put off by it maybe. And I think, I'm not gonna speak, this is not an opinion of the entire band. I think my response was, cool, fuck them, we don't want them as fans anyways. By now, if people don't know that we can throw a curveball, then fuck them. If you're a guy who only likes War off The Hunting Party, that's your favorite Linkin Park track, and that's what you want, you've got that one song. It's the only song we've ever written like it. That's it. I don't know if we'll ever write another one. It was the right thing at the right time in the right moment. Now, is that what we're gonna live forever doing? It's sorry dude, if you're gonna hate on us for it, then fuck you, I don't care." He went on to say this about people calling him a sellout. "But if you're gonna be the person who says they made a marketing decision to make this kind of record to make money, you could fucking meet me outside and I will punch you in your fucking mouth, because that's the wrong fucking answer. Because guess what? Calling us a sellout for that purpose is selling out on your own fucking excuse as to why you don't like it. You're a fucking pussy. For any band to take musical risks because you like what you're doing in spite of what you know some people will say they don't like, it doesn't matter if they like it or not. What matters is that you took the chance to do something that you felt was important to you, and that's what being an artist is all about." That right there is an angry man. And if there's something I know, it's anger. That's a man who feels betrayed, hurt. One step closer to the edge and he's about to break, perhaps? Here's some tweets from the types of people he's referencing. These were all just from one day, May 30th, and I didn't even finish going through it. "They are making a Frozen 2? Hey at Linkin Park, maybe you can get one of the new shitty pop songs you made on the soundtrack. Hashtag sellouts." OMG, that new stuff from Linkin Park is such desperately commercial trash. They then reference desperately commercial trash that they really liked, but whatever. "Well, Papa Roach is now joining Nickelback and Linkin Park in the list of bands that shouldn't be releasing new music in 2017. Let's pretend Linkin Park didn't release that trash." And finally, "Rest in peace, Linkin Park." Again, that was on May 30th. Maybe someone can write a conspiracy theory about how that guy killed Chester Bennington. But anyway, the Washington Post called the album virtually unrecognizable as a Linkin Park album. The band's guitars are muted, Its usual volcanic rage downgraded to a mild peak. Its co-frontman, rapper Mike Shinoda, mostly absent. Vocals are often manipulated to the point of ridiculousness. The electro-poppy "Talking to Myself" sounds like the work of a 90s boy band. The lumbering first single, Heavy, emulates, in feel if not in sound, the Chainsmokers' Closer, with Kiara standing in for Halsey. Now, am I saying this is all what killed him? No, or at least not entirely. But hey, it's just a theory. A hybrid theory, I'm sorry I couldn't help it. And should everyone feel guilty for saying something bad about something they didn't enjoy? Well, I'd be quite the fucking hypocrite if I said that now, wouldn't I? Nor am I going to suggest that celebrities should stay off social media, though it might help their mental health not to have a 24/7 news feed telling you how much you suck. But couple that with the fact that he suffered from depression. I don't know if you know how depression works, because I didn't until I met people who were actually depressed, not just sad because OMG, I can't even. But you can seem fine one second and not the next. People fake being happy constantly, because you know people don't want to deal with a mopey fuck all the time, which then leads to you feeling like a burden, which certainly doesn't help matters. So, depressed guy kills himself. Happens every day. This one happened to be famous. No conspiracy, no cover-up, regardless of what some blog masquerading as news claims. A blog who writes shit like, Harvard, unvaccinated children pose zero risk. Clickbait suggesting that the entire fucking university has made this bold claim, when one former Harvard postdoctoral researcher wrote an open letter to some politicians. They make their money by running ads all throughout the article that also masquerade as news articles. So the more clickbaity, the more sensationalist the headline, the more clicks, and the more revenue. And yes, CNN does this shit too, and it's annoying. But at least when they do it, they call it paid content. These fucks call it trending today. So look into that conspiracy. Are shitty alternative media sites making shit up to make money instead of getting real jobs? I'd read it. But first I gotta check out this no doubt legit article about this huge-titted woman poorly photoshopped in front of a pixelated pile of money. Can you believe it? She lives near me and is a millionaire.